Hello everybody, it is Badger Wild and we are back with another video. And today we are continuing our build video of our very simple in-game vanilla multi-purpose ship. This is a small ship that is going to be easy to build, easy to weld up, and something kind of small and simple that can defend itself from not like a super overpowered ship, but something that can be easily welded up off of a printer or something and put in game and that y'all can work with. It's also a tutorial to show everyone how I kind of build ships in game. So you guys will be able to probably even get some inspiration off of this as well. So before we get started, there's only a few mods I have on here. I've got, let's see here, I've got the improved HUD mod, the color coordinated mod, so I know what I'm looking for, and so yeah, those of y'all that are wondering, I've got this nice skybox because it just makes everything look better. Otherwise, everything that we're using on this ship is vanilla. We will not need these mods to build this ship. We have no special thrusters, no special weapons, no weapon core. We are simply building a 2-block, well, maybe a 4-block high ship that we can easily start up and do something with. So without further ado, let's get started. So one of the things that we did last time was we installed our hyperdrive here. We also installed a very cool cargo hold area here. Everything's nice and tight, compressed, so we can get in, get on it, check things out. Let's see here. One of the things I'm going to do before I get going, because I want to do a walk through the ship. We're going to just push this out there. We can do a quick walk through the ship. Oh, bust my head there. And I can see how this thing works as we walk through it. Throw some lights on. We'll probably put some sort of lighted corridor in here. Where we are coming through, we have access to our hydrogen production right here. All our hydrogen working through our ice and our O2 generator here. Get our oxygen tank over on this side of the vehicle. It's got 2 bars loaded up. We can work on this. Got a couple of cargo containers here, about 3 of them, so that we can easily fill this thing up. About, well, not 3, we've actually got 6. So 6 cargo containers, which are small ones, which gives us a good amount of storage. Each one of these, the inventory here, small cargo container. We got about 15,000 liters a piece on these. So we're about 90,000 liters worth of stuff. So, I mean, you could easily do a whole bunch of, what is it? Search missions, not the search mission. What are the contracts I'm thinking of here? Ones where you get materials and things and put them up there. So when they ask for like, oh, we need like 200 steel plates or something, these cargo containers will easily hold a bunch of stuff like that. You can, and we're going to try and hook this up into the system with some piping so that all that works together. I'm going to come down here. I think we're going to add maybe 2 more gyroscopes so we can stabilize this a bit more. Still got to figure out where to put a. Still got to figure out where I'm going to put the one generator, gravity generator. We've got 4 batteries, which I believe is equal to 12 megawatts worth of power. I think. Let me check here. Yeah, so stored power will be 3 megawatts. This thing will hold up to 12 megawatts worth of power. And we've also got our nuclear reactors back here, which I have locked in so we can get a hold of this. We also have back here, each one of these will put a max output of 15 megawatts a piece. So we can easily charge up our hyperdrive. Like I said, not too overpowered. This is probably going to have like 1 layer of armor on it. And we're probably going to work around this area here. Because this is about to be, well, I say this is going to be the end. I just realized I've got to hook up the oxygen tank to a, yeah, I've got to hook up the oxygen tank. I just realized to a vent inside the ship. So we've got to do that at some point. So I may be taking these out and working along here somehow. I don't know. But we're going to be figuring this stuff out over here. Anyway, yeah, that's what we're dealing with right now at the moment. So what I want to do is I want to hook up. I need to put or hook up or put in a. I need to put in a T junction, I think, here because I need to hook up that, or I need to put a T junction down here somewhere because I need to hook this system here into a. How do I put this? I'm gonna need to install a connector here on either side. Of course, I don't know. I've still got to install a lot of engines and some other stuff. I may have to install the engines first. We're also going to need some atmospheric engine to keep this thing up off the ground, so to speak. So I know what some people are thinking right now. Why don't you just put why don't you put a here one that will come out. We're also occupying the space. That's the thing about space engineers. When you build it, you got to remember your blocks are going to occupy space, and you got to work within that space. So let's figure this out here. Go ahead here and just start adding this floor out here. I can visualize what it is I'm fixing to do. Kind of want to put a door here. The problem is if I put, yeah, I'll probably do that. I do need to put, it just dawned on me. I need to put some kind of script in here because I do want to put a automated door script in here just to, make things easier. So we are going to need an automated door script. And I kind of want to put the doors coming off so they kind of turn. But I don't want the door to be too close together because the automated script, if there's not at least 3 blocks in between, or at least 2 blocks in between, you go out this door, it will automatically open this door, and then that will open the next door in the airlock. You go out this one, and yada yada yada. So it'll lock everything down. We don't want to do that. So, that's the hard part about building things. So I've already done this, but I think I'm gonna designate this one here. Yeah, we'll put that down there. And what I might do, they really need like a corner junction on Space Engineers. We really need some kind of corner junction block that will manipulate something very good. I don't know. I'm kind of debating whether two of these things are enough. Because I really want to put at least that script in. And we're also going to have to add a turret control block in here somewhere. I don't know. We may end up just adding a block here onto the side and then just putting another dealio here. And then adding our one block here, because we also need the turret control block in here as well, which will help things along a little bit. I don't know. We're gonna have to work with some things. We're gonna have to figure some stuff out. Okay, we're just gonna have to figure some stuff out. One of the things we are gonna do is we're gonna add some internalized reverse ion thrusters. I'll show you how we're gonna do that. We'll do that first because that'll give me a good idea. Now, with the ion thrusters, we're gonna need at least 3 blocks, I would say. We'll pull this out here. That. and we can cover all this later. That gives us about a couple of blocks there. That's enough to stop us. We're gonna find out. Forward, and we have a little bit of stopping trouble. We're gonna have a wee bit of trouble stopping. No, that's one thing. Now we're gonna internalize these, and I can probably add 2 more, or add a few more thrusters, but we're gonna internalize these here with a corridor block. This is just a neat way of doing it. And by doing this, so here, so I believe you only need 3 to make this work. Easy way to tell. I believe that's all it takes, is just 3. We've got a lot of forward thrust on this. The kicker is going to be adding upward thrust and downward thrust. It does take a while to slow down, though. We'll have to... Oh, whoa, that's not good. Okay, we're going to have to... modifications here. Hang on. Moment. Okay, just do that. Just stop it. And we're going to... Let me grab a welder. How many damage here? And no, we don't have any damage. So it seems like 3 will do it. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thruster points right there. We could add some thrusters on the side here and provide some downward and up thrust. And then it's just figuring out how to put a atmospheric thruster in this thing so that it flies well in atmo. So let's do the same thing to the other side. I kind of want to take those thrusters there and move them up front a little more. Because it's not going to interfere with anything. And I'd prefer to do that. Plus, I would do this. Probably add another set of ion thrusters inside here. Just 2 more ion thrusters inside, and that would give us the ability to quote unquote fly the ship around without having to worry too much about it. So we'll do that. And that should give us a little bit more reverse thrust. Those would be the best way to say that. And then we'll just move these ion thrusters up. Oh yeah. That gives us 6 forward ion thrusters that we don't have to worry about. Gotta be careful when deleting stuff off a ship because you will accidentally just delete something that you are not wanting to get rid of. And then we'll be sitting there wondering, why did we do this? Do that there. Realized I was planning on putting a thingamajig there. One of the things we can also do if I really want to do it, can turn this into a secondary hallway to go around in. Add some that's one of the cool things about these interior blocks these corridors. You can just add them, and then they can become, like here, you can simply add these in, and they also become the floor. And they're not a bad floor either. They're like really covered. Could honestly take this here. And this is just the way I like to build ships, folks. You do not have to do it my way. I know my way probably is annoying people. And if you are wondering what kind of... Oh, that ain't going to work. Just saw that. That ain't going to work at all. All right, we'll do that. And then again, there we go. And as you can see, we've got access to the inside. We'll go through this little chamber here, and then we can probably put our computers and stuff on either side and figure out the rest of the internal of the ship. Not sure how we're going to do that because I'm going to have to figure out a way to... I'm going to have to figure out a way to add stuff without compromising the space. Oh, that was weird. Is that me or... Okay, yeah, it's probably just me. So now we've got these extra thrusters here. Let's go ahead and see what the stopping speed is now with the new internalized thrusters. Like I said, this thing's probably going to have one heck of a profile when we get done. But it won't be a gargantuan ship. This will be pretty compact for everything we're going to put in here. All right, full power. And yeah, we've got a little bit better stopping power now. And we're not tearing anything up. About 3 of those seems to be good enough. So we're not going to be tearing things apart in the process. So next thing we're going to do, because I want to keep this thing as flat as possible. I don't want to get like really crazy looking. Next thing we need to do is need to figure out like I said, the big problem I'm having here is I need to build a door system that can go around this without, because I want the entryway to come in here. And I also want this to open up. And I think, let me try something. I do like these new armor blocks, but I have a sneaking suspicion that they are just a little too heavy. I need to test that at some point in time. An easy way to do that. There's a video. Are these things heavier than regular corridor blocks? So we've got those in. I'm using these because I can manage this into 2 different areas. Now, what I'm going to do next is we'll put T-junction here and a T-junction there. Oh, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting when I build this because I may need to put the armored T-junction in here. We'll do that. That way I have a nice little corridor there. So the plan here is to have this hopefully designed in such a way that we can hook it into the side of a station. Not have to worry about it too much. I'm trying to think here. On whether I don't need to bring this back a bit and just have a nice little long corridor coming through. Because that would be pretty interesting right there, in my opinion. Have this corridor block, and then I can just shoot off from there, and that would enable a lot more things to be done. That would also, I'm afraid, would add more weight. We're gonna try and keep the weight to a minimum. We're gonna add a block in here somewhere, probably a quarter block. Let me see. Let's put a window block in there. One of these window areas. These things I always like because it looks like you're looking at something. You come in, you stop, you look in there, and you can see this pipe. So it's like it's an access point, but it's really not. Makes it look good. Makes it look interesting. And you can see this is starting to become our floor right there. All these blocks are coming through. They're making a floor now. Of course, this may become a problem because it looks like, I may have set something up there. I may have to put a block upside down just to airtight this thing. That's interesting. Oh, or we may just have to put down some type of. Oh, we can probably put that there. Probably one of these. That'll be fine. Okay, so I'm gonna figure out now how to continue this forward. That and is that yeah, that's a problem there. I wonder, let me not this one, not that one. Yeah, this. I wonder if I can stick this here and it would create the effect I would need to just basically block that off. If not, I'm gonna have to add, I'm gonna have to put a block up there. This is the problem when you get these new blocks, you kind of get dependent on them. We're gonna set this here for a moment so we don't lose any. We're gonna take these two blocks out, like so. And I am going to add a junction block here. So all that can be connected. I'm pretty sure this stuff is at for weight. I'm just at a point where it's kind of ridiculous to try and argue with it. So we get all that hooked up. Take this off. Get that real good. Moving off of it. So, okay. I don't think we lost anything on that. Team's really got to build a corner door block. All right. 6. See here. Now we don't know how far this door block is going to have to go. So this one here is going to have to go this way. I think we're going to do this. One here. Nice opening. And one there. And we will probably add one over here. Turn that kind of a mouth like that. And then extend off. Because I don't know. We're going to have to put some atmospheric thrusters there to hold the ship in place when we're in atmosphere. So it'll float, you know, on that little cushion of air that we've got. And that we need. So, continuing on here. We're going to need to airtight this position. So, where is... And this is just how I operate, folks. You don't have to do it my way. Please find a different way of doing it. My way is probably annoying the hell out of it. This is going to make things... Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool. And we got this airlock right here with a suit and everything. And we'll do this to the other side because that looks pretty good. I like that. Oh yeah, there we go. Now back to the doors. 6. And we'll put that there. And we will put this here. And hopefully, we'll not have a situation where all of this goes to heck real fast. Okay, so we have all this in place. We're... Hmm. I like having extra storage in areas like this. So I really want to add way more storage of just basic items like tools and crap like that. So because when you're out in Space Engineers, you are going to be raiding things, especially if you're playing survival. You'll be hitting stations. They'll have tools, equipment. There will be ores. You can get that stuff, throw it in here. Weapons, ammunition, all that good stuff. That's stuff you're going to need and stuff you're going to want. So what we're going to do, here, let's look over here. Because one of the things you can do with interiors, grab this stuff here and start using. We got lockers, we got all this good stuff. I also have these portable armories. And these are pretty cool because they add like a floor. So we could add something like this here. Hmm. And that would give us a nice little armory section. We could also add a bed here, which I think needs to be done at some point. And I don't like the idea of the living quarters. You have to reach the living quarters. So I want the living quarters to come out a little bit more as we build this. And then we're going to have a nice semi-open cockpit to make the thing look really good. This episode of Space Engineers brought to you by water. Really nice. So I can add this here. The reason why I'm hesitant about this is, and it's kind of funny. I'm hesitant about putting this here because I want a more open um, armory section. But you're going to have to get around this. So we'll put 2 more armory here. I put a different one. No, we can't. We're not going to be able to put a different. Have to be this class of armory. Just going to have another, because once I get the interior figured out, it's just working, and I prefer to do this. I prefer to work from the inside out. If y'all haven't figured that out. All right, I wonder here. Now I'm just irritating myself. Hmm. Oh man, I'm irritating myself now because I'm starting to rethink. I'm starting to irritate myself. Let us turn this like that. Then this looks kind of interesting here. All this extra stuff. I'll put it here on this side. Like so. That way you can go into here. Look at all that. Then I just need passage blocks 1 and 2. Let's do this. Let's flip these guys upside down. That way we can make a floor here. Because this top part will be covered with armor. We got these nice little armories here we can get into. We also have a secondary armory over here we can get into. And then it's just going to take a couple pieces of block going out, and then we have all of our extra stuff. Now we do need to put in probably 2 turret controllers. I kind of want to put the radar mod on. I don't know where I'll put that. I'm not too good with scripts. I mean, that's entirely something I'm gonna have to figure out. One passage light here, passage light there. That way things are lit. We'll put this block here and that block here. And what that's going to allow me to do is I'm going to be able to, number 6, because we do want custom turrets. We want at least 2 on this ship. Then I also need a programmable block, which is going to require... that's interesting. So it has to be connected. So that's going to have to go in next to last. We're going to have to figure out where that's going to have to go. And it's going to have to go in next to last. So the next area we're going to need is the survival room and the bedroom, or at least the living quarters area, so to speak. So we'll build that right now. What we need is a living quarters area that'll house... Well, it's going to be a living quarters area where we can house up to 2 people. And I halfway wonder if I shouldn't set that up to where we have like a window block. The other problem is I've got to figure out where to put a vent at some point. We need a vent somewhere. The kicker is finding out where to put that. That's an annoying part of this. When you're building something, it is annoying when you have to. I'll figure something fancy out. Something fancy. I can come up with something fancy. Say that'll make it work. I've got an idea, one that will pressurize, because we're probably going to run the whole ship off of a single deal. So the whole ship is going to be pressurized one way. We're not going to do like a bunch of airlocks except how to get out of the ship. So let's see. We don't need these programmable blocks. Yeah, I know. I'm talking a whole lot trying to figure this out. I know some of y'all are probably getting annoyed by it, but this is space engineering, so I'm very sorry. Let me see here. Now I am gonna have to put 2 more. Probably put 2 more cargo blocks up to the front. And then we're also going to have a couple of regular little gun turrets on the side that'll help us defend the ship. We'll try to put those in an area where they'll work really good. So what do we got to do here? We're going to have to put in... Let me see. Let me think. Let me think here. We've got all this. And I may end this here with a gravity generator. This may be where the gravity generator goes. Right about here. Let's go over here. These are just going to be reference blocks for right now. I'm not going to put the one on the other side because I need it there. But we can take the gravity generator now. I can delete that. I found a spot for that right now. Put the grav generator right here instead of all the way up there where we've had it. As soon as I find the dang gravity generator, where did I put that? Also, another thing, do we want rounded windows or angular windows? I think I'm trying to figure out here. Right, no. There, that way we have an access to it. Just realized I'm going to have to put another block upside down there. Fun times. Just fun times right here, because I put that down there to cover my bases, and then it created a whole new problem here and here because I've got to have an inroad to get across from here to here. Hmm. Hmm. Like I said, fun times. So here we go again. We're going to put that there. Thank you, bit. So now comes living quarters. I think we'll be on this side of the ship. Like I said, our quote unquote survival kit is going to have to go over here. And I might be able to add a junction here and put the... Yeah, I may just put that there. I may just put the... I may just put the... Oh, God, brain, work. Come on. Work. The vent, the oxygen vent, which will vent the whole ship. I'll put that right there. So I'm going to have the H2, the survival kit here. And we're going to have the vent one block over here. And that's going to be interesting to figure out how to do because I just realized, yeah, I'm going to need a regular junction here. Yeah, just a straight up conveyor junction here. Make that work. Where's our survival kit? Survival kit. Where? Oh, come now. We got, yeah, there it is. Number 8 is our survival kit. Now, the cool thing about the survival kit, you can access this anywhere. And we're gonna fix this. Don't y'all worry. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix it. Give me a second here. Gotta come up with some interesting ways of doing that. So, in our vent, got for 1 right here. There's our vent to vent the whole ship and give us all the air we need off our oxygen tank. So we've got that. And the O2 H2 generator is going to hold a certain degree of hydrogen in it. So we have this, and there's a neat little way I'm gonna close this up, like right over here, and it involves this little number, where I'm gonna just write that. So when you put it in, you'll still be able to see this, but when you walk in, you'll have this nice textured area here. Won't affect it too much. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put a corridor block here upside down. So I gotta figure out which one will look the best. We got this one. This. I don't use these for passages very much. Let's see. I can put that there. Yeah, that looks. See. However, I am going up and down, so crap out of me. Oh, let's do this. This looks nice. Oh yeah, that looks cool. Go. And we'll kind of jump up a little bit there, but we'll figure out something here. Walk on through this. Now the next thing going to be a T-junction here. Throw that down. You can come into this, and then we're going to have at least a 2-person bedroom in here. Maybe a 3-person, I don't know. Yeah, 3-person. We're going to have to decorate this room. This room has to be decorated. Pretty good. And what I kind of want to do is I kind of want to... Well, I really want this to be right in here. I'm also going to figure out what I'm going to do with this because I really don't need these blocks here. I just need one on this side coming over so I can access the oxygen. If you're going to access anything, you can just do that from the survival kit now. So we don't need, we don't need this over here. That's just extra weight, honestly. Uh, what do you know? So, and this is one of the reasons why I like building my ships like this, because you have no idea what weirdo thing you're going to do when building a ship. You just don't know. I'm gonna shove that there. Put another one right over here. Quite certain we're going to cover most of this up. And then that gives me a lot of real estate here for atmospheric thrusters, for ion thrusters, up and down ion thrusters and whatnot. Like I said, it's not a massive ship by many standards. If I were to pop in like the Alamo or something like that, that thing is monstrous. This is probably still smaller than the original uh, Sentinel. Probably even smaller, and it's going to be a lot smaller considering the fact that the Sentinel had uh, armor plating on it to in the front to give it a little bit more survivability against fighters when it would go up against them. So one of the things I'm wanting to do here is I would like kind of curve this in and have it to where we can look out the window. I think that would be fun. We could have an area with some freight. No, that's not what I'm wanting. Number 4, maybe. No, number 4 ain't it either. Is the blinking at 8? No, do we need an assembler? I don't think we need some. We're not going to need to like assemble things on this ship. We're just going to need to run small things, which I could probably do this. I could probably slap this in here. I'm not gonna lie, it would be interesting. You could do that, but it's gonna interfere with a lot of other things. I may do this on a different ship. We may build like an industrial ship to work with. Right now, I need to figure out where the frickin' um oh slag. Where is it? Did I not install it? Huh. Let's go find it here. I'm missing blocks. I am missing. There it is. Couch block. Dear Lord. All right, here we go. 1, 2, and do we want more than 2? We want to make this a 3-man ship. Let's make it a 3-man ship. Yeah. Or, good Lord, I am just as not may helping things in it. My constant one-isms wanting to go back and forth and fix things is just not helping the situation here. So let's see. Let's see here. Look here. What about my window blocks? What kind of window blocks do I have? Because that would be fun. Are the All right, I got these windows. We got this too. Work with that. But there's like a porthole block. That porthole block. Porthole. There we go. Throw that on there. Here's the porthole. There we go. Viewport. That's what we need. Right there. And then we can go back to this. Make this a 3-person ship right here. I think we'll put a desk over here on this. And maybe a kitchen on that end over here. So we're basically going to be living inside of this ship, basically. And yes, folks, I understand. I am doing crap on this ship, which probably could be saved for later. But, might as well. See, we'll put that there. And then what about... Or can I get away? Yes. Do that right there. You can have this nice corner desk right there. I also have this thing. Kind of want to put an armory here. But I gotta connect some things first. We've got to build some more crap. We got this area here. We've got our living quarters for 2 people. We've got our survival kit, which you can just pop right in on whenever you want. We've got a hyperdrive that'll easily be able to push this, even with all the weight we currently got. Yeah, this is coming on pretty good. I want to do this in 30-minute intervals, but I'm kind of losing track of time here. I'm tempting myself to do a little more than what I normally do. Let's go here. Grab another corridor block. And we need to add probably passage light. And we're going to have to add a light in here, probably just like a straight light bar on top. Just so that this is illuminated. And this here is not getting illuminated. I just realized we don't have a light for this. We're going to have to work with this light and maybe try to offset it a bit to one side. So it lights kind of this area a bit more. Or, I don't know, a passage light there. Let's go with... What we got here? Let's just rotate that over. Because the next area is going to have to be... We're going to have to put the next area here. And we're going to have to connect cargo crate to this so that we can, or maybe 2 up front, so we can work the 2 main guns so that we have guns to defend the ship with. So the rear of the ship is not going to be defended by a set of guns up top. It's going to be defended by basically an upper turret, which is going to defend the whole top. We're going to be able to turn the ship and rotate it into whatever it is we're fighting. And then, yeah. So another thing I want to do up here, I want to add another armory just to flesh this area out a bit more. Do that. Look here. Because I do love adding armories. It's just, it's DACA. And you can never have too much DACA. Quote from Badger. Never have too much DACA. You have a weapons rack here. In case we are invaded. Now we can do that. Or I can add one of these. There we go. And it still loads up good. It looks good. Looks good. Feels good. It's good. Now, going on to the next room here. Probably going to need one of these junctions. We're going to need 2 of these, so let's just go ahead and slap these in here. and we need to be able to access this central area. Because like I said, what I'm going to do is we're going to put one turret on top, which is just going to light up stuff that tries to come in front. We're going to have a line of small, probably 4 interior turrets just to cover the outside. And then we're going to have 2 custom turrets, one on top, one on bottom, which are just going to be quad gun turrets. And I'm going to show you guys how to DOCA the heck out of them. It's very easy to DOCA those things now. They're pretty easy to DOCA up. Now let's see. Do we want a window corridor here? Here's a fun thought. Do we want to add a window so that we can look out of the ship? This is kind of unusual. So the plan here, let me show you all the plan. We're gonna add probably. Let me find it here. I'm gonna add one and probably we're gonna have one here, which is gonna be a cargo container. And I may just load that down with ammunition because it'll hold a lot of ammo. And we can just shove ammo in that thing and be done with it. And it'll be something we don't have to worry about too much. But putting all the ammunition in that and then sealing it off at the bottom, we can have 2 turrets out in front, which just gives us a lot of forward firepower. So if we run into something, we can just turn the ship forward and just gun it down with both of those guns. Both those exterior quad gun turrets, it'll be 8 guns lighting up a single target on one side. And plus we can still engage stuff on either end. Now the kicker here is I may want to put this a little bit, I may want to add one here. So that way we can double up we can double this up. But 2, maybe we could put some forward firepower on this thing. We could add some bigger guns somehow. Let me see. We would probably like. That's way too big. Do we want railguns? Let's just joke with this for a moment. Sometimes I like to just joke around. Yeah, that's way too much. That's too much. That's too much. Yeah, it's too much. This is not a. That is gonna sap power like you wouldn't believe. Now these artillery guns, however, artillery guns we might get away with. And it would be nice to have. I do and I don't want these. I do and I don't. Let me look here. We've only got rockets and railguns and artillery. Huh. Do I want to put flak cannons on this thing? Not really. I really don't want to put flak guns on this thing. I'm going to say that's too much. I'm going to say it's too much for what we're fighting in space. We're not going to need this kind of firepower. Because like I said, this is a survival ship. This is just a ship to get you through survival, get you started. We're going to make it it's going to be OP if we do this. So no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. As much fun as I think it would be, we're not going to do it. I think it would be a lot of fun, but we're not going to do it. What we're going to do is we're going to turn around here and we're going to get one of these corridor blocks here. I think we're going to use these here, just break the room up a little more. That way we can access I know a lot of people are wondering why I don't use the mirror tool, and that's because there's going to be a bit of asymmetrical design to this. And looking here, I don't know. Oh yeah, I've still got to add a, like I said, there's a bit of asymmetrical design to this that we're all going to have fun with. Yeah. So that's got to go there. We need some blocks in here. We're going to be able to go around this and work around that. And then we're going to be getting to the cockpit of this thing. We've also got to add right and left thrusters for movement. We also need some upward and downward thrusters. We need a set of atmospheric thrusters desperately to lift this thing off the ground with. I think, let me see here. We'll grab this here and see what we get. How obscene is that going to be? That's going to be pretty obscene. We may just leave those exposed. In all honesty, I may just leave those exposed. And just leave some large exposed thrusters here that I can build off of. That's to be careful here. Yeah. That gives us two main thrusters, or atmospheric hydrogen. Atmospheric thrusters that we can reliably get off the ground with. And then I can add another set of atmospheric thrusters here. We can add our upward and downward thrusters. This gives us our downward thrust. And then we can also go in here somewhere on this. The problem I'm running into, though, is this connection port here is going to be in the way. That may not be good. I wonder if we can't just get away with one of these. Well, there's no way to reliably get away with one of them. I don't think I can set this back here because it will be in the way. I think I'm going to be able to reliably put it here, which looks weird as all get out. I'm not going to lie. Huh. Gonna be fun. I'm probably just going to end up lining one area of this with several atmospheric thrusters just to get this thing off the ground. May add 2 atmospheric thrusters up here, about 3 atmospheric thrusters here. It gets about 12 small atmospheric thrusters. See what that looks like. Yeah, we'll have to put that there. About 3 here, maybe. That way because we're gonna have to put another level on this anyhow. And add about, let's see. More atmospheric thrusters there. We'll just have to see how this thing flies without a whole lot of armor on it. There we go there, and we're also going to need to probably throw some atmospheric thrusters here. There we go. That makes an interesting looking engine there. We're going to have an exposed thruster bank in the back, but not a whole lot I can do about that. Then, probably, because these things run on the same principle, probably add another set of atmospheric thrusters here and just beef this area up good. We'll have 4 atmospheric thrusters pushing here. We'll add a corridor here. Still got to put in some side-to-side thrusters or ion so that we can so we can get this thing to ion thrust around as much as we can. These thrusters are probably going to be very much exposed. I'll come up with a way to armor them so they're not too easy to hit. And then next up, we're going to have to figure out where to put more ion thrusters. So we can put some ion thrusters shooting up. We can put some ion thrusters shooting down. Put them into position where we can make all this work good. And that's just going to have to be a thing. But I kind of run this in about an hour. So just look at this here. We've got this nice, it's getting further along than it was before. So you see kind of the design we're going. Next up is going to be the cockpit area. That's going to be all most of the functionality. We still got to figure out where we're going to put, we've still got to figure out where we're going to put the base of this thing. Because, I mean, I'm going to have to figure out how we're going to get in and out of it. I think we're going to use a ladder and then just add some magnetic plates on the bottom. So this thing can just go down to a planet and land. And then we're also going to have the connector so we can just connect to a base and just walk right off onto the base in space if we want to. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this ship build. This is Badger Wild, signing off.